play against his old teammates. He started his career at Stellenbosch. Has Mendieta now. Edmilson coming across. That's a clever stretch from Mendieta, waiting for the dummy run. And that's always been his problem. Mendieta is just one touch too many. He's got so much trickery in his armor. Just how to use it more effectively is the secret. It's still to be properly unlocked. Van Beek, another Stellenbosch player giving possession away. This is the only DSTV Premiership game of the week. A curtailed weekend because of the participation of all the Africans, all the South African sides in African club competition. Sundowns playing today, and Marumo Gallants and Royal AM as well. So free kick here for Stellenbosch in favor of Ngome Zulu. Basselin's there, and Gaga as well. Basselin with the left foot. Nice elevation. Looking for the Khuda. Cleared by Gezana. Back in from him, Tetra. Gezana one more time. Lost by Jabbar. Now March switching here. Looking for Keegan Dolly. Dino van Rooyen comes across and does the defensive work. It'll be a throw-in though for Kaiser Chiefs.
Very importantly so, because it was 2 against 1 there. And Ryan doing well in that situation.
Nanti gets the cross in, and Basselin, what was that? I'm not sure he knows either. It's a Sprosnak deflection. They're looking for a handball. What's the referee say? Corner.
I think the ref has placed very nicely to make a call.
Sevilla, has he got away with something here? Well, straight away, the call was for a penalty from the Chiefs players. Oh, I think he looks. That looks a very good shot for Kaiser Chiefs. It's not been given. Lucky let off for Stellenbosch? Question mark.
Big question mark there.
Played short here to Frosner. He's going to pass the shot. Left-footed effort all the way through, and Stevens again makes the save. And a difficult one because that was coming through a maze of players. Got caught from. Got caught by Vimen Yamana as well as he was following up.
And you can't blame the striker. There's any little drop there. He has all the right to come in. This is
look at the wall of people in front of him, all the way through. Saw it late. That's a good stop.
Brilliant stop there from St. Stevens.
Gaga. Big game for Gezana today after those errors earlier on in the season, particularly that match against Mamelodi Sundowns. Chance for him to win the confidence back of the supporters.
Yeah, has been a solid start there from Gezana, keeping a close eye on Danger Man and Ngome Zulu up front, and using his aerial prowess very nicely.
Edmilson, Mozambican international, spent 5.5 seasons here in Cape Town, the city. Kuda taken away by Imenyimana. The ball into Sekota. Can he get it across? Lovely skills. Lays it back. Bassadin got in the way there. They are living very dangerously, the home side, Stellenbosch. That stayed in play. Rosler slipped at the inopportune moment.
It looks a bit greasy out there. Sage Stevens being tested to the max there, and a brilliant footwork there from Sekota. I think it's fair to say Kaiser Chiefs starting the brighter of the two. 4 massive saves from the Sage Stevens so far.
They didn't play against Chiefs in that cup game. They gave Lee Langerveld, the veteran goalkeeper, the opportunity to play in the cup match. He had that watch up with the young Oshwin Andries that led to Kaiser Chiefs' equaliser. It really was a game that Stellenbosch should have won at a canter. They allowed Chiefs back into the game and then to win the tie on post-match penalties. In this game, it is Chiefs who are perhaps bossing it a bit more.
Well, they've got to start taking their chances, isn't it?
Like Stellenbosch, they might come to regret not using these opportunities. There's Dolly again with that curling kick. Out comes Stevens. Imenyimana was in his way, but the referee saw nothing wrong with that. Now Ngomezulu up to Bassadin. Here they go. This is a chance on the counter. Bassadin was a little unsure there for a split second or two. Just looked up at his options and allowed Mart to come and steal it away. Good midfield work from Yusuf Mart. Ashley Dupree caught by his cousin Dean van Rooyen.
The family can't be too happy about that. There's been a lot of umming and umming, and van Rooyen popping up on the left hand side.
We got him a little
Christmas lunch won't be the same.
Yes. Little knee in the jaw. They grew up together in the same household. So they've been playing together, of course, for such a long time, since they were little ones. Must be a bit weird, actually, to be up against someone that you've grown up with and played all your football together with.
I'm sure there was a few calls to each other before the game as well.
Now a little bit of a press here from Ashley Dupree. He's so quick. Van Rooyen. Now Dupree's going to catch him. Oh, I think it's Van Rooyen 2-0 up in the family battle. This is Van Beek too strong from Ngomezulu. It was a good idea though. Remember, Chiefs 1 point above Stellenbosch in the DSTV Premiership standings coming into today's game. You won't have to do much changing to the live log because just the one game on this particular Sunday. Straight through, offside. Sekota looks at the linesman not once but twice just to make 100% sure.
Definitely was offside there, but just couldn't hold his run long enough. Sekota tried to bend it, but not enough.
I don't know, definitely might be a bit tough. What do you think? A little closer than we would have thought. Mr. Janchi Dlamini from Bochabello is the linesman over on the far side.
Afazwani looking a little bit more relaxed here on the sideline.
Van Beek. Jabbar. Now the Nigerian. Still holding on. Van Beek again. Ngaga overlapped from Bassadin. He can deliver a good ball. Is he going to go for goal? Hart is again the player who gets in the way. Oh, and the referee almost got smacked there as well.
I'm not too sure if that's a yellow card because he dummied the ref.
Kune ball. Mr. Tediso Marapingi is seeing the funny side with the referee. That was the clearance, so there it touched him, and that's why he stopped the game. But
that has to be a yellow card offense. Have a talking, they call him over.
Now Mendieta. Free kick against him. He's a feisty man, Junior Mendieta.
Hasn't had it all his way this afternoon, Mendieta. Always surrounded by a number of white jerseys as soon as he receives a possession.
Blom. Taken away. Chance for a shot and a goal. The mistake by Blom is punished. And Kaiser Chiefs go behind as a defensive error allows Stellenbosch in for the opening goal. And that's how quickly these games can change.
You said it, Mark. All they rue the chances they've missed at is Kaiser Chiefs. Stellenbosch, once again, pouncing on an error, self-inflicted from Kaiser Chiefs. This is the pass from Dove. Done well to evade the first challenge, but unsighted there, coming through.
A great shot from Ngaga. He hit it with great power on the right foot, right on target. Kuna had no chance.
After dominating for 30 minutes, Kaiser Chiefs see themselves by a goal behind.
Well, those can sometimes be the turning point, and you said it a bit earlier. Are Chiefs going to regret all of these missed chances? Santa Gaga, ex-Baroka, first goal for Stellenbosch. This is his 10th start for the club. He's only managed one goal previously in the top flights of South African football. There was a more modest effort against Maritzburg United a couple of seasons ago, so he is going to be absolutely delighted. Now, Blom's got to make up for it. Put out. It'll come off Dolly as well. That should be the referee's got it wrong. That should be for Stellenbosch, not for Kaiser Chiefs. Flanty and Sekota. Flanty, little header away from Tetwa. Free kick, yeah, that's in a very good position for Kaiser Chiefs. Mark brought down. Well, that's unnecessary. So close to goal from Mendieta, who just for a moment had a little bit of a hip squeeze on Yusuf Mart.
And it didn't have to because Ngaga was closing down as well.
Well, it's the individual errors that oftentimes prove costly. Keegan Dolly with a left foot. Sifiso Flanty can whack it as well. Ashley Dupree would want to get one against his old club. 9 goals last season, Dupree, in the colours of Stellenbosch. Dolly scored 7 for Kaiser Chiefs. He was their top scorer in the last campaign. It's Dolly with a left foot. It's into the breadbasket. Sage Stevens still keeping a clean sheet. Now, Ngomezulu is on his own here. Holds it up. Up against Ed Nielsen. Jabbar, Van Rooyen, and a little bit of backspin on that means that Kune comes out. Now, did he hurt himself there? He was limping. I think Kune's done the groin.
Groin or the hammy.
Brandon Peterson on the bench today for Kaiser Chiefs.
A chance after Zwane just to
Dylan
check
Shepherd
to the
having a
charges.
real go at Yusuf Maat. Sorry to interrupt you there. There's Brandon Peterson. Ajax Cape Town was his first club, so he knows this stadium well.
Yeah, this is the last thing that Kune needed. Got a number of minutes under his belt now. Getting confident and fit. We have a chance to see what could have possibly happened. This was the goal he conceded there, unsighted there from Blom, and Mgaga having the shot. And
Did he hurt himself here having the hissy fit?
I don't think that's where he hurt himself. As much as they've taken the lead there, they've been second best so far, so an opportunity for Steve Barker just to shake up his charges.
Well, Mgaga with lots to say, and he's deserved of it too, because that was a brilliantly taken goal, all individually done. Now, well, he's had his fair share of injuries of late, Itumeleng Kune. Yeah, I think he shakes his head. No more for me, thank you. Brandon Peterson will come on. Kune, by the way, was playing today his 357th game for Kaizer Chiefs. He's steadily creeping up on Dr. Kumalo's record of 399 games for the club. And another 40 odd to go, and those kind of injuries don't help you much. This is a long break as well. Really should get him on a stretcher and off so we can get on with the game. It's obvious that there's no more match now. There's no need for the referee to be standing around having a chat. He's got to get the stretcher on and get Kune off and get Peterson on. Let's move on with the match. This is where game management from the match officials is vital.
We can actually
Look how
see
long he's taken to get the stretcher on. Flanty is actually helping the game by saying to Kune, okay, let's help you off now. Last words of encouragement. Armband for Keegan Dolly, and we wait for Brandon Peterson to come on. You can't, of course, continue the game with Kune going off and without the sub being made. That's you've got to have the goalkeeper in place. But they could have moved this whole thing on a little bit quicker. Well, you've got to feel sorry for Itumeleng Kune. It's been a great comeback over the last 2 months.
Yeah, and Chase could use with that leadership and experience he has brought in the last 5 or 6 matches. You could see still clinging onto that groin.
Mutong brothers up there, Kaiser and Bobby watching here up in the VIP suites. So Brandon Peterson, whose career has already seen him compete in 90 top flight matches. The vast majority for Ajax Cape Town in the season at Bidvest Wits, and the second season now at Kaizer Chiefs. Groin injuries confirmed officially from those down on the field who are monitoring the situation for us.
I can tell you from the get-go, that's a good 3-4 weeks.
Something that Yeah, out comes Stevens. Gets there ahead of Keegan Dolly. Something that you struggled with a bit, Stanton?
Yeah, that was one of the injuries that I used to. It was a recurring one. Kept me out a number of occasions. And it's a good 5-6 weeks.
And normally just a little tear that just needs time to heal.
Yeah. Normally, an operation is never the first option. The rehabilitation of 6 weeks normally assists.
Gaga looks to test the new goalkeeper.
I think it's fair to say that was a little overconfident there.
Man's got a goal to his name. He can do what he likes. Coming up for the 40-minute mark here at Cape Town Stadium. Nice little turn from Dupree. Marked on the inside the box now. He's got a left foot. He goes for goal. Yamana gets it out. Crosler miscues it. Not a bad idea from Crosler. You can see what he was thinking there.
That's some good work there from Mark. Brilliant work from Dupree as well. They're choosing to have a shot on goal. Just not falling for them, Kaiser Chiefs, and a little bit rushed there from Crosler.
Both Gomezulu and Santi missing that. Ed Milson bangs it forward. The Huda and Tetwa. Tetwa again. So where's all the action been in the game so far?
Mostly in the middle of the park there, but early on, Kaiser Chiefs seeing most of that action in the attacking third.
Jabbar unable to keep that in play. Kaiser Chiefs have possession.
And this right-hand side of Stellenbosch normally very effective here, but this afternoon Van Rooyen forced to do more defensive work, keeping a close eye on Sekota.
Zulu looking for Mendieta. Froz has done a good job on Mendieta so far in this game. Blom and Mart. And that's going to be a Kaiser Chiefs free kick. And can they work their way back into this game before half time?
Oh, you can see him, Gaga, just coming through on the shin there for Mart.
Blom. Mart. Tria. Shot at Mendieta. That noise you heard was the ball being bashed against one of our sound effects microphones on the side of the pitch. It was not your kettle exploding. There's Ashley Dupree. Mendieta. Chiefs looking for something there on the edge of the area as Dupree was squeezed. They've got a free kick here, taken quickly by Santi. Now, where have Chiefs' attacks come? Mostly down the left-hand side, Santi and Sekota. Dupree perhaps not as effective on the right, but the vast majority through the middle. Yusuf Mart's been leading a lot of that charge.
Yeah, and I think the ball's played up to Benyamana is coming through on that stat. Trying to link up with him, but I did mention that he needs bodies around him to assist him, Benyamana. A dominant first half display here from Kaiser Chiefs, but nothing to show for it. Nice tackle here. For time Van Rooyen.
The result is a free kick for Kaiser Chiefs with Dupree and Dolly. Dolly with a left foot. He lays it short to Mart. He's got a powerful shot. He's going to go with a cross to the back to Ed Nilsson, who Gets the shot in, but blocked by Basidin. But complicated, that free kick, Stanton.
Yeah, overly complicated it.
Imagine if it had gone in. Long ball here, in search of the clear. Big cover defense on Jabbar. And then Stevens again to the rescue. Yamana stays down. His ankle looks to be the problem, and Stellenbosch put that into touch.
I think it just, as he tried to take the shot, just clipped the leg of the defender there. Just on the turn, not too sure what happened. Yeah, kept in the bottom of the boot there.
Wonder why he went with Caleb for the back of his shirt when his surname is Yamana. You think Chiefs are saving on lettering, or?
Yeah, not too sure why. I think it is, what's it, 4, 6, 9, 11 letters. Yeah, could be a challenge.
He scored on Wednesday against Swallows, third league goal of the season. He scored a double against Supersport United. He'd had a poor first half in that game, and then suddenly got the goal and a penalty, it must be added, for the winner. 5 minutes of stoppage time added on. That's no surprise. The length of time it took to change Peterson for Kune. Stellenbosch with the lead. Can they keep up their decent unbeaten run against the Kaiser Chiefs? Golly.
He's had a clearance or a pass there, but nonetheless, he found the Kaiser Chiefs shirt there.
Both of these sides are in Durban next weekend. Friday night, Stellenbosch away at Golden Arrows. On Saturday, Chiefs are hosting Chippa United at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. They've got a deal there for 3 games this season. Edmilson, Jabbar, Mendieta with a turn. Mendieta inside to Ngomezulu. Ngomezulu looking for the shot, blocked by Gizana. Sekota, Yamana, nice challenge from Van Rooyen, offside against the Burundian. Well, the linesman didn't have his flag up. The referee's made the call. No, he hasn't. He's given the free kick to Kaiser Chiefs when they could have had advantage. That's what they're complaining about. Blom, Mart, looking for a response here before half-time. Yamana turns with the footer. Down he goes. Has he given the penalty? Well, he certainly hesitated there, Mr. Maduping. That might seem a little harsh on Mohamed Nahuda. I wonder how much of more of a slip than a foul this was. We'll see here. There's Nahuda, turns. What do you reckon, Stanton?
I think there was an initial tug there.
I think they're both slipping. They're slipping, and down they go.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say a little bit easy, a little bit soft. But it does look like there was a bit of a tug from the footer.
Well, the protests of Stellenbosch are to no avail. That's a penalty. And Stevens is certainly having a few words there with Yamana. I wonder if his English is good enough to understand it all. He's probably playing it no heed whatsoever. Yamana with a penalty against Supersport United 2 games ago. Chance for Kaiser Chiefs to get themselves back into this match here on the stroke of half-time. Yamana against Stevens. Big Burundian. He's going to back this wide of Stevens and put Kaiser Chiefs on the scoreboard. That's his 4th goal for his new club.
And the Panther celebrates. Well taken penalty there from Caleb Imenyimana. Down the middle, the footer might be heartfelt. This was the initial call from the referee. You see that tug, that right hand looked like it did indeed. But up steps Caleb down the middle and beats Sage Stevens for the first time this afternoon.
I think both players slipped there on the wet surface. That's a little bit of a tough one, but Bobby Mutong and the majority of those in the crowd here today was certainly not mine. Kaizer Chiefs have got a mountain of support here at the Cape Town Stadium, and they have found their voice now as Amakosi are on the score sheet and level pegging here with Stellenbosch FC. Edmilson, just a couple of seconds left in this half. Huda, Mtetwa, Mendieta looking for Ngomezulu. Inside to Mtetwa again. Van Rooyen. That's the halftime whistle. So a goal apiece in this first 45 minutes. Kaizer Chiefs certainly had a bright opening 30 minutes. They had plenty of opportunities. Sage Stevens stood between them and an early goal, and then all of a sudden a defensive error from Jabulo Blom, and we had the equalizer, or the opening goal I should say, from Nhlanhla Mgaga. Then the injury, of course, to Itumale Nkune.
Sanibonani, Dumelangi,
Equalizing with the penalty on the stroke of half time.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, guys. It's your
There's
boy
the man
here,
who opened
Slash
the
the
scoring.
Cock from EHL Sport Channel.
Xolise
kokuqala late
for
futhi I know
Kaizer
what
Chiefs.
it's Xolise because besengidoubt
The substitutes are acknowledging the work from the starting 11 from
Aningigqugquzeli nani
Kaizer
guys,
Chiefs. We can tell you here,
aningigqugquzeli man.
the first 45 minutes has
I
produced a
mean, we
stalemate.
bring you
1-1
quality
here,
live
half-time.
streams. And then you just click that subscribe button for free. I cost even 10 rand, don't even 10 cent. What I esidluli lapho. First half, Kaizer Chiefs 1, Stellenbosch 1. And I must say, ukuthi, those missed chances. Oh, these are Caleb Chiefs. I mean, the end of first missing. Prince got a clear chance, one-on-one against the goalkeeper. Boom! That's
upgrade to the awesome new Samsung Galaxy A53
Sazokhaya.
5G. Available at
Again,
participating retailers.
just
Awesome, what
just
we
click on this
doing?
link and join me here in studio.
Yabona umuntu ofana naye who likes to
Khala
mistakes.
Urithabile
I know
athi
we
we
to get
forgive
nice
you for
things at a
coming
nice
late.
price.
Yalebuha
That's why
Rithabile.
it's free.
Like bengitsa nge-stream
Lithi kodwa dilathwa kanjani?
bengitsa nge-stream.
Hey, madoda, imnandi lento.
Because there's no motivation
Nah,
at all.
Get the quarter deluxe regular meal for only
The number of
$49.90.
subscribers are
A
staying
deal
on
for the smart spender. Naso.
one level, I must say.
Excellent. Time to head back to Mujeres.
So
Between
I
raising
also
the roof
need
at
the
night
motivation,
and raising the
guys.
weights at
I
dawn,
mean,
it's back to
come
holding
on,
down that 9 to 5.
guys.
But still finding the time to
Mangaliso
give some
Tlapa,
side love
that was a
to your
soft
true
penalty.
passion.
Both players were
Manifesting.
falling. I
Yeah,
can't
right.
blame
Breaking a
it was
sweat
very soft.
and
Very,
breaking
very,
even.
very, very.
So many things in your plate. One of them
I mean, you
should
can
be
even
food.
see what's
Get
in
a
the ground
scuffed in
is
salt from
different.
Nando's for under 50 rand.
But it was a
Just
nice
saying.
touch from Caleb.
Nando's. Fire it up.
I think we say we are something like okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Next way, Lati. Thanks to the Black Panther, Caleb. We are breaking the game 1-1.
Every morning till 11, we become the steak, ribs, burger,
1-1.
and bacon people. We
Nine
only
link,
use
nine
pack
link, nine
bacon
link.
because it's meatier and more
Thing
tender.
is, ukuthi
Our
ngithini
master
nje
grillers
emakhaya.
cook that bacon to flame-seared perfection at 350 degrees over our legendary grills. Enjoy our glorious
Forgot to mute this. Usiphelela athi ayu Catholic. Lutho mkhulu, I'm not Catholic. Ubona this thing. Abogogo nabomkhulu lamkhulu. Amakhehla nezalukwazi la. Amakhehla nezalukwazi. Max,
Eta,
uthini Max?
ukuthula kodwa bro wami, siyabonga ukuthi uzame. Hayi siyakuxolela ngokuba late bro wami.
Ngiyabonga bhuti wami. Ishaye late
Etha.
kahle kahle isipanile ishaye late.
Yeah,
Ngene sengigijima nje ngithi hayi
ngeke so
at least nje ngene sengigijima ya.
ngithi usikhohliwe mfowethu.
Hayi lutho uyayizwe nginikhohle. Noma nje ningafuni ukusubscribe kodwa wena ngiyazi ukuthi hawu number 1 subscribe.
Wazi kahle mfowethu. Noma bahle basiblocker ngamanye amalanga.
Hayi abasimeli kancane, abami kancane ukusiblocker. Hayi abami kancane basigaya chance.
Etha. Ngiyakhala ama-chances esiwatholile bro wami. Icon. Yeah, but I'm happy.
Oh yeah, you can go on.
Okay, ngithi mina I'm happy ngendaba yenangu yokudlala kwe-Chiefs idlala much better manje. Uyabona ukuthi siya kuphi. And as much as besingamfuni u-Arthur, but at least kuyabonakala ukuthi sidlala ibhola elingcono. And manje ngeke usablame yena. Uyabona ukuthi i-problem semaplayini. Kushoda lenangu, kushoda le-quality emaplayini, especially ku-finish up.
Yeah, uqinisile Max. But today, I must say, today at least they have a direction. I mean, from the first whistle, you could see they know what they want to do. It's just that confidence, especially go to praise. And I think mhlawumbe 1 or 2 goals is boost confidence because he makes good runs.
Yeah,
but
he is a good player.
That final touch, that clinical touch is ukuthi goal.
Usashayeka, yes. Yeah, but let's hope ukuthi mhlambe njoba kuchubeka abadlala kahle kangaka uyochubeka naye futhi bese soyatholakala ukuthi uyabamba.
Yeah, and then what do you make of this penalty? Because I think it's a soft one. But
okay, singayibuka ukuthi soft, but uma ungabuka ukuthi uqale kuphi le defender iqale embamba isandla. Yes, imbamba isandla before iphakamisa izandla. So yeah, mina nambe ngayibeka as much as bathi soft.
Oh yeah, because ngathi ugcine sekalila okuyena uCaleb vele ngoba vele la ilona ground yashelelela so.
But uqale wambamba isandla sakhe saka right esingaphansi kwesandla sale defender.
Okay. All right, othi si ungakaphumi lapho othi sicheck lapha ama comments ukuthi bathina abantu Uritabile athi na bra. Penalty is a penalty. Whether soft or hard. Bazolibiza nge-penalty FC boss. Ayithi yabe bathina njalo referees to come to your rescue.
But futhi there was a penalty ebikhona futhi nakhona earlier.
Yeah. From when which Chiefs or
Bekumele bayibeke ibe against Stellenbosch but unanga zange ayibeke urev.
Oh, all right. Ngimistile that one. And this injury into belinkune.
Yeah, igroin lena uzothatha nje 6 months or 4 months endle. Igroin.
Back to square one again because I mean now the age is on this side as well.
Ngifuna ukusho njalo ukuthi phela sokule age yethu vele hayi khohlwa.
Yo. All right, usiza abanye ukuthi bathini Falatso athi danki bafunge channel yakho liyazama ikhosi siyathemba ukuthi bazodopa something. Bese umzwa madoda athi mina ngibonga igoli even if it's soft one. Dala zidliwa. Hey. Nayi ke le penalty uyayibona?
Yeah.
Uthi umbambe
Checka lesandla, buka lesandla. Yebo.
Oh, okay.
Am I
But
wrong?
it was a well-taken penalty. Asilinde ubani ka Mr. Spot On ku Soccer Zone on Monday.
Soccer Zone.
Uzositshela ukuthi was it soft or not.
But ngapha ngakithi asibongeni bafowethu.
Yeah. And then lolu uthi se-subscribe long time ago. Siyabonga mzwa. Into ekhala ngayo abantu manje, we get use viewers, but then abantu abafuna subscribe and ngathi lento manje iya charge or something. And it's free. And subscribe kuyakunceda because once you subscribe, you get a notification every time when you go live. You get a notification. It's okay. HL Sport Channel is live, so that you don't miss a single game. And then Maxwell going to second half again. What changes would you like to see?
I mean, bengathaka so maybe at a later stage bese so introduce umuntu ofana no Solomon ukuthi asinikeze netlena ukuthi bakho kusattack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, are you happy together so far?
You won't believe message yami kule group yethu sinayo yekhosi beyilapho bengikhala ngongcobo ukuthi yazi kube abantu abafaka ungcobo baye kungeza but ungiprove wrong.
Yeah, yazi ukuthi why bangamfaka ungcobo. Ngibona ngathi ungcobo bambona ukuthi slow ungcobo. Yes, yena good in terms of marking and then in terms of his skill. I mean, like we are comfortable on the ball. But then should there be a mistake or you get some players who are pacey, we are struggling a lot. So ungeza flopanyana but he pace unayo.
Yeah, any game esidlala yona namhlanje akusini slow. Vele ba fast abomandiyetha lapha yana. So bengamdingi but bese ngisabangala ama mistakes.
Okay. Athi size lapha ma comment uGave governor athi sifuna more penalties. La. He said Dankie Khosi. Uthi said Dankie Khosi Caleb ki halat. Hayi lutho. Nabazo halat dina. Lutho. No, it's weeks not months. Uresponda to injury galo kuzana kakhulu. Hayi ngeke lozohamba for months. Groin is not an easy injury.
Yeah,
especially kwi-age yakhe. Uma ngalisa ukuthi abakhiphe lo bhemi inyama wenzeni uCaleb because I mean so far mina ngimbona ngathi uyasekhla in better than the previous games awadlalile, like useyajwayela kancane.
Uya ngapha.
Yeah. All right, going through the comments sekabafundi la. uBenedict athi mina subscribe kudala and wavele wanyamalala. Hey, ngangikuparule laphana bafethu. Hey, mshana.
Babuyela wena.
Uthini mshana? Hamba njani mshana?
Happy.
Uhamba nani mshana? Hamba nekhosi? Yeah, ubani i-favorite player yakho lapho?
Ngudoli.
uDoli. Yeah, uthi uzokora namhlanje uDoli.
Khuluma kahle
Yebo.
Uthi yeah, ubani uzokora bendi iChiefs izowina namhlanje or ngeke iwin?
Sobona phambili.
Awuyithembi ne.
akayithembi. Okay, so ngeke ngibhalise imali usmash.
Bye bye.
Sharp mshana. All right, going to the comments. Ululama says Uzwane must take off Ublom and introduce Usithebe. I bet you differ ngendaba kaSithebe. Usithebe hasn't given us anything. Uthini lapho na Maxwell?
No, hayi nami ngiyala uBloom wenza mistake and i-team kuyabonakala ukuthi iyabuya. Asingabe sesichintsha unnecessarily so. And Usithebe nami hayi kula side hayi usengafit.
Yeah, and that mistake, I mean, it's just an honest mistake.
Ingenzeka noma kubani.
Ngekabheke kuphela on this player and eliminate one player but not aware that there's another person coming on the blind side.
Yes.
So I really can't blame him as well. At least he's having a good game. And to be honest, we've been struggling in replacement and he's trying to close that gap, and he's doing pretty much better.
kakhulu futhi. Yeah, nethi nje into engiyibonayo ngibona uzohlala 2 years, 2 seasons lapha kithi bangamthenganga njengoba baqalile sebafuna abo Sikhota.
Yeah. And it's gonna be a good thing. I mean, we need to produce players udlala internationally. You understand?
Yeah,
Especially
but
building forward.
Mina ngiyakhala ngayo ucoach wethu. Yeah, ucoach wethu wayepromisile ukuthi uzobanika amaplayer amancane ithuba. Abantu abafana naboDuba abasengalitholi ngendlela right aboshabalala ithuba lapha kuChiefs.
I think mina kodwa lapho ngibuye ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe na i-pressure of getting the results, because yes, we are building there. You want to introduce these youngsters, but at the same time, we as supporters, noma ungayenzani, as long ungawinanga nje asik-understand.
Yeah, but ilaba nga-understand ibhola. Uma ubona umuntu abhilde, uyabona njenge-front line yethu, we are not good. And bese ngizwa sifuna uKenneth Erasmus, whereas kunama-player akhombisayo ukuthi angasinika something, ayayazi i-philosophy ye-Chiefs. Ngabe sipromote yona siwamixe lapha. Sesifuna abanye abantu abadala futhi abazosinika le 2 years.
Bring back uLokuzana. Who's this guy? Kokota Pian. He's free.
Uzophinda fake ba-injury lapha kithi.
All right, guys, let's quickly go back to the second half. I think we are about to go to the second half.
Okay, sure, put.
And I have Kenneth on the background, Lokuzana. Yes, son. Wabaleka.
Once here before.
Yes, I.
On the 27th of November 2019. The 21 previous matches at the Cape Town Stadium for Kaizer Chiefs, and a winning record of 9 victories to 8 losses. Marks looking for Dupria. Gaga turning it on here. Wins possession back. Stevens now clears, looking for Jabbar. Quickly closed down by Fanti, forces the turnover. Here's Keegan Dolly, cut out by Tetwa. Stevens again. This time a little more central. Van Beek, Gaga. Zulu beaten by a strong challenge from Gezana. Van Rooyen clears that. Osler beats Mendieta. This is Dupria. Mart again. Good game today, Yusuf Mart, looking to control things in the middle. Dolly out to Dupria. Chiefs ball. Well, they've lost the majority of the first half, Kaizer Chiefs. They've come out of the stalls looking good at the start of the second. Tetwa clears it. Now, Flante with a bit of a miscue, so pressure here on Ed Milson, and Gomezulu bearing down on the goalkeeper, but in the end it works out fine for Kaizer Chiefs.
Ed Milson doing well there initially. Shouldn't allow the ball to be dropping, but recovered nicely. Well done from Blom.
Rosler. And Mart. A little hasty there with Yusuf Mart.
And a bit untidy as well. The ball running away from him. Had more time than possibly expected there. Yusuf Mart.
Remember last season, Stellenbosch first 9 games unbeaten. This time around, it's not been as bright. It's not bad at all. And there's a handball there and another penalty against Basselin. And this time, there's not much of an argument either. Right in front of the referee.
It's across.
Missed by Mgaga.
I think it actually touches Ngaga, and that actually puts the flight of the ball. And Basadine, should we say unfortunate?
Yeah, that was unlucky, but the referee was right there, and there was no doubting that one. And so now Kaiser Chiefs, who were trailing just before half-time, might well take the lead early on in the second half. Let's see. Yamana up against Stevens. He slots it away, and once again the goalkeeper is sent the wrong way. Well, he's been beaten twice today, but only from the penalty spot.
Got to give it to that man. Not easy to take 2 penalties in succession.
Well,
First one went down the middle, Mark.
He's pointing to the badge this time, which is better than his last celebration efforts where he misidentified his club. I think you've made a reference to that already. No chance for Stevens. Nothing fancy there, just leans back, gives it a bit of power, put a bit of placement on it as well, and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Chose his corner and confidently slots it home, does Bimenyimana.
Now, this is going to be an interesting test of character for Stellenbosch. Remember, playing against Chiefs just over a month ago, they certainly had an excellent game and should have won that one running away. They ended up being knocked out of the MTN 8. Yeah, they've perhaps not been the strongest side, but they did take the lead. They've given away 2 penalties and are going to be really tested mentally now. Maybe the recovery starts here with this corner, won by Basidi. Gaga to take it. Up goes Peterson and hangs up high enough and long enough for him to come out confidently and collect comfortably.
A good confident start there from Brendan Peterson.
Dolly with a long ball for Sechota. Space here out on this left-hand side for Ngaga. And putting some pressure on Blom again. And Tetra. And Dieter on this left-hand side is getting a little irritated with the fact no one's spotted him. Jabar brought down, gets a little shove from Dolly.
We can expect this game to open up a bit. Certainly Stellenbosch will commitment forward. That is going to give Kaiser Chiefs more space to attack. They're expected to start lighting up from end to end.
Chiefs have got Chipper next, we mentioned, and then of course the return leg against Amazulu in the MTN 8. Header here from Ngomazulu, not enough power really to trouble Peterson, so Chiefs in possession. Rosler. Good prayer. First touch needed to be a little bit better, but he was offside anyway. Now the footer's under a bit of pressure here from Bimenyimana, who gives him a good old shoving too. Maybe just a little bit of a hangover from that half-time confrontation that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And the footer is not taking to it too kindly, and Bimenyimana gets a yellow card for his efforts.
And to be fair to him, he went over to apologize, but the footer not having it. He just smiled it off. Pretty sure contact there, just shoving him off. A little bit unbalanced there. The footer goes flying.
Yeah, he was running, gunning for the man there. Obviously, what was said at half time still lingering. That's the first caution of the game, by the way.
So a quick change of flanks here between Sefota and the 3.
Van Rooyen up to Jabbar. Oh, Dolly's taken out the sound microphone again. It's taken a bit of pounding today. Now, what happened there? The referee got in the way again. And that drop ball hasn't really worked out well for Stellenbosch.
A little bit unfair there.
No, they're not going to be happy with some of these calls. Here's Jabbar. Chetwa. Gaga. Chetwa again. It's a decent pass here for Basadi. Playing it short. Gaga, is he going to go for goal? Has he got a left foot? No, he hasn't. Should have hit that with the left.
Could have had a pop.
Bimanyamana's onside. Can he get the hat trick? The big man from Burundi. Is that a penalty? What's the referee say here? Another penalty. Number 3. I think the Khuda did take him out. Red card for Mohamed Khuda. The referee determines that was a clear goal-scoring opportunity. This was the chance at the other end. Gaga didn't push or pull the trigger, and suddenly away they went on the quick counter.
Yeah, so that decision to try and play the offside didn't work, but yeah, you have it, Mark. From behind, got the man. A brave goal, but the right call from Tsidiso Maruteng.
So down to 10 and about to go possibly 2 behind as Bimanyamana looks for a hat trick of penalties. I have to do a bit of research on this, but I don't think we've had a hat trick of penalties in South African football. That is number 3 for Kaizer Chiefs. Bimanyamana is the new king of the Cape Town Stadium.
Another well-taken penalty there. Third time beaten from the spot there. Sage Stevens shakes his head in disappointment. Calm figure from Arthur Zwane. Caleb Bimanyamana, hat-trick hero. Expertly dispatched here. Clever movement here just to get across the defender. The Khuda clearly tackling from behind. Never got the ball, got the man. Up steps the striker. Calmly slotted. Third one today. Kaizer Chiefs 3, Stellenbosch 1. Celebrations all round. Kaizer Jr. loving the moment.
And the first time we've had a hat trick of penalties
in South Africa. Wow. A newcomer making history.
That is unbelievable. It's not the most number of penalties we've had in the game. You remember Victor Gomez did 5 in one match, but Mr. Marupeng, maybe the first one was a bit soft, but there was no doubt about the next 2. To be fair, Chiefs might have had a penalty in the first half when Sibia looks to have handled the ball as well. There's Dupria. All Chiefs now. Crowd is on its feet. Everyone's up singing. They looked far from composed and in charge when they were last year against Cape Town City. It was a midweek game which City won very comfortably. But Chiefs are vastly improved in the 45 or 46 odd days since that last game here at the stadium.
And it's an uphill battle now for Stellenbosch with 10 men. And we have seen teams play better with 10 men. Let's see how this will change the situation for Stellies.
We are going to have the first change. Yamana has been taken off. Early chance for the card to recognize his contribution. But the need for a target man is perhaps no longer there as far as the Chiefs coaches are concerned. So on comes Ignobo. Yamana has more than done his job. Now got a total, of course, of 6 goals in the DSTV Premiership, the big Burundian, which puts him level at the top of the Golden Boots standings. And here's a chance to pull one back. And what did Ngome Zulu do with that chance? That's an excellent opportunity spurned.
A great movement there from Van Wyk. Should have at least got it on target. Totally miscued there from Ngome Zulu.
All the technique was wrong there. Well, they would have put the cat among the pigeons if they pulled one back with 30 minutes to go.
Certainly would have made it interesting there, but we'll see how Kaizer Chiefs line up after that substitute knock.
Well, there, Blom was almost dispossessed again by Mgaga, who's certainly got his number today.
He's smelling blood, coming in undetected.
Might open his pocket when he gets to the change room at the end of the game and see Blom jump out. There's Marks. Normal. With Nilsson, the crowd are really enjoying this now. Lanti. Al-Jabbar almost got there ahead of Blom. There comes Sekota. Dolly on the turn. Frosler. Early ball inside. Noble. Dolly. Blom. A bit too early to maybe start turning it on, but fans are enjoying it. Well, Dupree gives it away. Now, let's see what Stellenbosch can do. Tetras, no space for him at all. Dia gets away with that with Dolly putting pressure on. The press today from Chiefs has been good.
It's been excellent. Hard working there from Dolly. Sekota as well as Dupree to close it down and win back possession.
Stellenbosch getting a little of their own medicine there with the press. There's the live log at the moment. Kaizer Chiefs are going to go above their arch rivals, Orlando Pirates. Remember, the derby's coming up at the end of the month.
It makes it all the more exciting, doesn't it?
Pirates haven't scored in their last 3 matches. If you include the NTN8 game with Sundowns, then that loss at Sekhukhune in midweek and last night's draw with Richards Bay.
And all that after a proper performance against the current champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. Thought they would have continued with that brilliant performance, but it seemed to have dipped a little bit.
Basidin. Mendieta to Mgaga, and very quickly Dupree gets in the way. Now the quick throw in. Gomez Zulu. Ball in for Mendieta, dealt with by Blom. Neatly done as well. Basidin, Mgaga. He gets the free kick. Foul committed by Ngobo.
A brilliant turn there from Mgaga, and Ngobo just putting him back, tugging him.
Stellenbosch down to 10, 2 goals behind. In from Basadin. Strong header away from Edmilson. It will be a corner. Still lots of time in this game.
Started off slow at Nielsen, grew into the game, and a solid one.
Gaga again, and Wilson one more time with a strong clearing header. Ibrahim Jabbar, the young Nigerian. Rizana's had a good game at the back today. Jabbar again, looking for Mendieta, doesn't find him. Dolly. Still Dolly. Cut out by Van Rooyen, who's wearing the captain's armband now that the Goede has been dismissed. Basadin, Mendieta. Van Rooyen. Jabbar to his right. Yes, Van Beek. It's too strong. Nice flowing move down the field at the last touch. Well, Van Beek wants the corner. No, it is a corner. Before that, we're going to give, it would seem, a triple change here from Stellenbosch. Steve Barker, the coach, is throwing all his chips down. And here come the changes. So Jabbar is the first man to go off. And we see Titus in there. We see Boy as well standing by to come on. First change onto the pitch, though, wearing jersey 38 is Makanya, who will get his first opportunity now in Stellenbosch colours. He's been on the bench a couple of times, but this is his first run out. And then Devin Titus, who was previously the skipper of their DDC side. And then the last change is another striker going up front, Mervyn Boy, who's had 4 sub-appearances already this season. Towards the back post, Peterson does well. Basadin's corners are going to be amongst the best in the league.
Yeah, certainly swerved them in accurately. Peterson was equal to the task there.
And Makanya, by the way, slots in at the back alongside Sabia in the centre back. Makanya coming in what is a little bit of a defensive centre back crisis at the club because Sobic, the German, he has a mistake by Sabia. Absolutely not concentrating at all. No fourth penalty for Chiefs though. Atenkose Ngaba and Lars Sobic are both out with injury, and the youngster Osman Andries is away with the under-20s at the Kasafa tournament in Eswatini. So Makanya goes into defence for his first run out. Now Marks goes down under the challenge from Basadin, nothing given by referee Maruping.
I think he's given them 3 penalties, so maybe we tune it down a bit now.
Clash, he should have played advantage there, the referee. Now he's allowing advantage. They blew for a free kick and then they just carried on playing, and he's allowed that to happen. Van Rooyen with Titus. No foul there on Van Rooyen. Away come Chiefs with Sekota. Over the top here for Dolly. Out comes Sage Stevens. Dolly feeling that should have been on the ground for him. Good distribution. Van Rooyen with the early ball. Looking for Mervyn Boy, who's replaced Ngoma Zulu as the lead attacker. I've still got Judas Mosiamedi on the bench as well. Right, cleaning up. Still some 20-odd minutes to go here. Tetwa.
Tetra makes it look so easy, Mark. Always 1-2 touches, cleaning up where need be.
Late bloomer, of course, at the age of 28, getting his first national team call-up. This is only his 2.5 seasons now in the top flight. He was with Black Leopards when they were relegated, and then Stellenbosch bought him last January when he was down in the NFD with Black Leopards. Started out at Royal Eagles. Don't give up on your dreams. There are a lot of players who come through the ranks a little later than is usually the standard in world football, particularly in this country.
Internationally, I think Drogba also started his career late in France, first division at the age of 24.
Yeah, I think a little bit younger than that, but certainly not the 28 of Mtetwa, but it's true, your point is well made. There is Sekota. That's a corner. Good work from the new man, Makanya.
Average age of the Stellenbosch side, 21 years old, and some good work done here by development of Stellenbosch, as well as Stevie Barker for giving the youngsters an opportunity.
No, they're not scared to throw them in. Osron Andries did very well for those couple of games that he was asked to fill in. Dolly. Plenty was in there. Tetwa again. Up to Boy. No free kick. Play on, says the ref. Well, it's a real throw of the dice here by Steve Barker, bringing on all these inexperienced players to try and see if he can turn things around. Now, Van Beek. Blom, that mistake of his in the first half, long since forgotten. Here's Dolly.
I think apart from Kaizer Chiefs scoring the 3 goals, I think Blom has certainly risen after the mistake.
Now Devon Titus needs a good first touch. It's a tight angle. Corner. Good challenge from Sifiso Klanti.
Yeah, brilliant first touch here from the youngster Titus. And an even better tackle there from Klanti. Great diagonal ball into space from Basadine. And everything right here, Titus, and a timely tackle from Klanti.
Is there another corner here? Yep. Kanye come forward, comes with Frosler. Stellenbosch in desperate search for the goal to pull themselves back into the battle. In the meantime, here is the pace of Ashley Dupree being hunted down by Mtetwa. Ngaga. Titus again with a good first touch. Oh, that was Boy rather.
Ed Nielsen to the rescue. Substitutes really looking to affect the game positively. Looking sharp is Boy and Titus. think it's fair to say Stellenbosch looking a bit livelier than they did all game since they gone down to 10 men.
Great stage for these youngsters who've been brought on to make a bit of a name for themselves. Now this ball to Edmilson, a little bit dangerous. Up to Dupree though. Plenty of time for him to turn. Normal. Glanty. Severe with the clearance. The last touch of Stellenbosch, throw in the Kaiser Chiefs. No rush to take it. Rosler. He's in there. Blom de Velde to stand his ground. Sapota. That's a very good tackle from Titus. Besides giving away the penalty, Bassadin's looked quite assured in this game. Good delivery of crosses and set pieces.
Yeah, very impressive today. Good shift there for Bassadin, unfortunately. On the losing side.
Now look at this youngster, Makanya. He wants to play. Out of defence. Has he got a striker's touch there? Well, he's dribbling through this whole Chiefs defence. It's the veteran Tranti who comes to the rescue. Now he's got to go all the way back.
There's a bit of a Mark Fish bomb forward there from the defender.
Jaden Adams standing by to come on. He'll be the next change for the home side. Adams to replace Van Beek. He's been keeping him out of the lineup of late. And one homegrown product departs and another comes on. The Stellenbosch production line is an impressive one.
Impressive indeed. Reminds me of the old Ajax Cape Town. Keegan Dolly comes from them.
Marks. Sapota. Block was made by Makanya. Now you remember Oswin Andries, when he made his debut for Stellenbosch, got the Man of the Match award. And this man, Makanya, who's come on, admittedly not long enough really to win an award, but making a bit of a name for himself also. Frosler. That looked to be over the byline. It's going to be a goal kick.
Sharp as one, impressed with his charges. Went to goal down after dominating. Showed a lot of character to get back in it.
No midweek matches coming up in the DSTV Premiership, so it's next Friday that we will return to league action. Now, that is not the son of Arthur Zwane, that is the son of Eugene Zwane. Do you remember him?
I do, Orlando Pirates.
And Jomo Cosmos. Standing by for his debut, as is, Dylan Solomons has certainly made his debut already, but he's coming on too. Mart, replaced by Samkelo Zwane. He looks a big unit as well. And Keegan Dolly gives way to Dylan Solomon, who started his career at Stellenbosch. Captain's armbands moved from Kune to Dolly to Reeve Frosler now. No, Frosler is going to give it to Brandon Peterson.
I would have given it to that man, Shanti. But as they say, we're all leaders out there. 11 captains.
You were ever captain, official captain? Never.
I was a captain in a friendly game. Does that count? I captained my side, Pierikos FC in Greece for a few matches. So, answer to your question is yes, Mr. Gleeson. I was a captain.
You got captain written all over you. Captain, my captain. Here's one, his first touch. His dad was a wide player. Ooh, that's good. Always interesting when these newbies make their first play. Just to see what they bring to the game, the confidence.
It's funny how we always tend to draw contrast to the father that has played.
Well, the man who got sent off earlier on today, Mohammed Dekhuda, his dad, Farid Dekhuda, was a fantastic defender with Hellenic, played with Gavin Hunt in the 1980s. Stellenbosch looking to bring on Sihle and Dule as their last change. They make 5 changes, remember, but they've got to be in 3 tranches, no more. Basadin, Gaga, here is Van Rooyen. Clear the last touch. We're going to wait for the change. So Tetwa, for all his work rate today, hasn't really bossed this match in the way that we know he can. Let's see what Nduli can do.
Yeah, Nduli, goal scorer last time out in the cup match against Kaizer Chiefs. Impressive outing.
Comes onto the field carrying 3 yellow cards. He has to stay away from the referee's book in these final 10 minutes or so. Otherwise he doesn't play against Golden Arrows on Friday. Well, it's been a deflating weekend for the Cape football scene, that's for sure, with City yesterday given a solid pumping by Petro Luanda. And Stellenbosch with high hopes against Kaizer Chiefs going into the lead, but on the balance of play, Stanton, I think there can be no argument with the fact that Chiefs are worthy of all 3 points.
Yeah, certainly, deservedly so. Started bright out the 2 and trailed by a goal to 0 and then showed character to come back in it.
Chipper United next for them on Saturday at Moses Mabhida. Then they've got TS Galaxy and then Amazulu in the second leg of their MTN8 tie.
Amazulu with the new leadership now.
Yep. And Orlando Pirates in the derby at the end of the month. So there's still another 4 more games to come in October. And they will hope for 1 in November in the Cup final.
It's a jam-packed October.
And it's a busy one. The teams who are playing in the MTN8 semi-finals, the 4 of them, Sundowns, Pirates, Amazulu, and Chiefs, all playing 7 games in October. Cape Town City 6 games. The other teams playing in Africa 6 games.
Oh, that's a game every 4th day, yeah?
Basadin now. Left-footed shot. That's a cracker. Off target, however, from the defender.
Well, I must say, as a player, I actually don't mind all these games every 3rd, 4th day because there's less training. It's just a bit of recovery in the game. But it's not the best situation for players that's not playing regularly, though.
And Stellenbosch made a point on Wednesday or on Thursday, once they had had a day off after their game against Maritzburg, of just having a high-intensity session for those who didn't play on Tuesday, but those who did, obviously not subjected to the same regime. Just trying to keep those on the fringes as fit as those who are playing regularly. Not easily done. Here is Noble. Rosler. Zwane. Sevilla with a challenge. Titus.
See, and the tactics for Kaiser Chiefs today certainly paying off. They apply counter press with the pressure on Stellenbosch, and they easily play the long ball and they gain possession.
Throw in for Chiefs as well. Everything is going their way. We are looking at, it's very clear, a 4-1 win for Corsi. Well, that gentleman is not far off.
He's giving it away. He's got the pen in his hand.
Oh,
Wasn't
I
a
see,
prediction.
yes. I thought it was Langa for a moment. I was trying to say the stadium's a bit small there, but
3 wins in a row, and that's what happens. We're joining La Liga.
well, I think Chiefs against Oviedo. I might put my money on Chiefs actually. Here comes Dupria, looking for number 4. Goal.
He's hungry to score.
Now the goal in the MTN8, you remember he didn't celebrate against his old club.
Brilliant acceleration here from Dupree. A little bit off balance.
5 games now without a goal for him. Did have his chances today, that's for sure. 5 minutes remaining. Here with a cover defense here, but Sage Stevens is once again called upon to rescue the situation, not for the first time today. Makanya Basadin. He's given it away. Sekota now. It was good work from Nduli. Read the situation, came to the rescue. Urban Boy getting no joy there against Gazana.
And a solid performance from Ngezana today.
Yeah, very good. And a nice round of applause for him now as well from supporters who were looking to get under his skin as quickly as they possibly could. The first couple of touches he had in this game, you could hear a little bit of a murmur across the stadium. But he's won them over today, surely. Pinica will be back after a 1-match suspension for the game against Chippa United on Saturday. Moses Mabhida Stadium. Live coverage, of course, on your World of Champions. No delayed live here. Play on. Titus will get up despite the knock. To their credit, the youngsters on now for Stellenbosch are really trying to prize an opening. Nduli, well, he's given that away. That's one again. Gaga, Nduli. That's good, strong play from Inmobo. Solomons looking for the return from Sekota. He's gone offside now.
Attack a little bit rushed there, running out of ideas eventually. Kaiser Chiefs, and it's Solomons that comes through on Mgaga.
A little confusion there with the number of balls on the pitch. It's eventually cleared up. The clock says 2 minutes to go, plus whatever time is added on. It'll be a big disappointment for Steve Barker and his side. really did have high hopes. They've had a good record of late against Chiefs. Titus and Clanty. Clanty suggesting there's a little bit of chirping here from Titus.
It's so much easier to laugh at those decisions when you're leading. Yeah, you mentioned it, Mark. I think the substitutes, especially that man in your picture, Titus, coming on as a sub, they're trying to affect the game positively. A lot of energy about it. I guess it's a little bit too late for Stellies.
Drilled in here. High up in the air from Solomons, Frosler. Sevilla trying something, and he's got the corner out of it. So they keep the pressure going, to their credit. Now here's Bassett with the right foot this time. Edmilson. Noble. Prayer. Still teasing. Looking for Noble. The pass is a little shy. Titus now. Doesn't find Boy. 4 minutes to be added on here. Edmilson. A positive return to the Cape Town Stadium for Chiefs, I should say. Having lost here to Cape Town City not that long ago, just over a month and a half. Remember, there was one season when they actually played 3 of their home games here. It was a bit of a controversial decision by the Cape Town Council to induce them financially to come and play a few matches. The other Cape Town clubs didn't like the agreement. The Chiefs fans certainly did. They played Wits, Super Sport and Platinum Stars down here in the space of 3 months, the home games. Going to be the longest journey for a home game, over 1,200 kilometers.
Always had a healthy following in Cape Town, Kaizer Chiefs. I guess all around the country.
Well, today's turnout is some 50,000. I think Stellenbosch are hoping for a little bit more because the costs of staging this game at the stadium are very, very expensive, the security in particular. So they were hoping for a bigger crowd. It's officially around about 15,000. We've come here on this Sunday afternoon. Gaga, hit a chance. Oh, and Peterson and Blom in a bit of a communications mix-up there.
Brilliant delivery there to near post there. Skewed clearance. Peterson saying I had it covered.
Well, I'm not sure he was making any movement towards it. Maybe Blom was well within his rights. This time Peterson comes out and collects. Bounces around the turf as well. The dying stages now of a contest that has been long since settled. 3 penalties in a single game. We've not had that before from a single player in South African football. Bonfils Caleb Dimenyimane. He's only been in the country a couple of months and he's already found his way into the record books. Offside. That's a huge expectation that Womfis Caleb Bimenyamana is the new Erling Haaland. That's like calling Stanton Fredericks the next Lionel Messi. That's MESSY.
Stop it, please. Stop it.
Arthur's running. Well, he can crack a smile. Surely this has been a good afternoon for Kaiser Chiefs. Long trip down to the Cape. 3 successive victories now in the league for them. Taken away by Zwane. Final whistle. There it is. All over here at the Cape Town Stadium. Success for Kaiser Chiefs. 3 points for them. They are going above Orlando Pirates on the log table. And after Zwane can breathe another sigh of relief, and there'll be a little less pressure on him over the next couple of weeks. They've got Chipper United next in the DSTV Premiership, and a chance to push themselves even further up the table. Disappointment for Steve Barker, but for Ngazana and Bimenyamana, certainly plenty to smile about. Dino van Rooyen up against his cousin Ashley de Prier, finishes on the losing side, and that's the second time this season if you add in the MTN8, which they drew, but of course lost on post-match penalties. That's the man who got the opening goal for Stellenbosch, Gaga. Then the 3 penalties from Caleb Bimenyamana. So there's the confirmation. Final score, another 3 points in the bag.
Ikosul Jabuli. Kosul Jabuli.
Here and the victory.
Thank you very much. First, I want to thank God for the gift of life and for the opportunity to be able to be with the guys and doing what I love the most. And going into the match, we know it was going to be difficult. Stellenbosch, it's a good side. You know, they have a lot of young players, but very talented. So, I mean, we had to stick with everything that the coach gave us during training, and I guess it worked. It's a team effort, and congratulations to the whole team.
Dove, I want to talk about the Stellenbosch goal, though, because it did come against the run of play when you had your team had put them under a lot of pressure. What was your role in that? Looking back on it, should you have done better? Could you have done better?
I mean, everything comes with confidence. You know, I always tell my teammates, you know, we need to be able to be confident on the ball, and I trust everyone that comes to receive the ball. But I think the pitch also, it's not in its best conditions, and the ball was bubbling a little bit. I think Jebs wasn't in a good position to turn. But, I mean, as I already said, we learn from our mistakes, and this is one of them that we're going to take it in the bag and try to improve for the next games.
Okay, lucky for you, Caleb was on the mark 3 times from the penalty spot. Everyone will talk about it. What have you guys been saying about those penalties that were awarded and about what he brings to the team?
I mean, those were not given penalties. It's everything that we did positively. You know, those 4 runs, and they worked. Congratulations to Caleb for a hat trick, and we move on. We take the 3 points and we focus on the next one.
And you're second man of the match as well in the space of 1 week. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Emilson Dove at the back there, judged to have been the standout performer today. Caleb Bimenyamana with a hat-trick of penalties will, I think, get the match ball. I'm going to just keep an eye on it. Yes, he does have the match ball now. It is the Al Rihla match ball, which will be used at the FIFA World Cup. Let's hear from Coach Arthur Zwane, though. Coach, a lot of people will talk about the penalties today, and that's how you won the game. What do you say? Why is the reason why you won the game today?
Well, obviously, we forced them to make those mistakes, you know. I think first half, in 13 minutes, we had created 4 clear-cut chances. Could have been 4 goals before, 4 goals up before they, we made that mistake, and then we conceded. And we encourage them, to push them, push them and put them under pressure even more, because we know that at some point they were gonna crack, and once we get one goal, then we'll open those floodgates and score more goals. And fortunately, they came from penalties. So yes, people say 3 penalties, but those are penalties because we put them under pressure. Those are fouls inside the box, and we created a number of chances. Could have punished them. But after scoring the 3rd goals, I was more worried about Caleb. He was on yellow, and for us to keep him on the field is because he's by nature he's aggressive, So could have easily picked up the second bookable offense, and then and then we're missing in the next game. So I had to take him out, and then bringing in Mshini to slow the game down, but also knowing that we still have Kigen, Sikhota, and Ash up front, so he can easily connect with them to score more goals. And we actually dropped the tempo, which is I'm quite not happy about it. Could have easily scored 4 goals, 5, 6 goals today, because you're gonna need these goals come end of the season, But there is no doubt we played against a good team. It's just that today I think we were by far a better team.
You're talking about those goals. Caleb has 6 in 3 games now. That's a standout stat in any league. Just tell us a little bit more about what impresses you most about this player that you have here in your team now.
Yeah, look, I'm happy that he's scoring goals, which is it's quite important. And not only him, I also wanted Ash to score 1 or 2 today because he needs that, going forward. And I know he's gonna score 1. Then going forward, he'll feel more comfortable and start regaining his confidence. And yeah, I'm just happy that they are scoring goals. Doesn't matter where they come from set plays but for the fact that we created a number of chances in the open play, could have taken them, we couldn't, but from penalty spot we took them, then yes.
And at that point, when you have created so many opportunities, you actually had the ball in the back of the net. That goal was ruled out. It was disallowed for the foul on the keeper. You're creating, and then you go a goal down. What does it take from your team, the mental fortitude, the resilience, to come back from that?
You must have seen this season, this is a different Kaizer Chiefs altogether. This is the Chiefs that came back from, I don't know, maybe six games or 7 games, being 1 goal down. But we were very persistent. We never gave up. We kept on believing that, we can equalize, and get the win and kill the game off. It happened against SuperSports, and there's many other games. Unfortunately, those who could not get the winning goals, but we came back from behind. Yes, it is a worrying factor, but they're also showing their character for the fact that this is the Kaizer Chiefs I know. This is the Kaizer Chiefs I wanted to play for. This is the Kaizer Chiefs that that people used to support, that you'll score a goal, then last minute of the game, they used to say it never until it's not over until the first lady sings, and that's the Kaizer Chiefs I know, and that's the character we're building this season in this team.
Well done today, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Coach Arthur talking about what it took for the team to come back here. Remember that they did go a goal down. Mgaga scored the opening goal for Stellenbosch pretty much against the run of play. And then it was Chiefs getting in critical phases, those goals, those penalties. And we're going to hear from Coach Steve Barker, his thoughts on the way in which his team lost here today, the manner of the defeat today. How did you see it?
Yeah, obviously the scoreline, conceded 3 goals is not what we want to do. But unfortunately, sometimes decisions change the course of games. So I haven't had the privilege of seeing all 3 penalties. I think it's the first in my life I've had 3 penalties against me in one game. Especially the first one didn't look so, instead of going into halftime at 1-0, you're going in at 1-1. But yeah, generally, we didn't start the game really well. They had a couple of good chances in the first 5-10 minutes. I thought the game settled thereafter. And yeah, we then got the goal. Deserved, I thought our press was good in that moment to get the goal. But then, yeah, we then conceded. Then later on in the game, you get a red card and a penalty. I don't know what the rules exactly state inside the box. Do you get a red? I know if it's a really, really intentional, dangerous tackle, yes. But, Rafa de Goedes tried to get to the ball. He still got the keeper to beat. So 3 penalties down to 10 men. Tough day.
Was there any of those 3 you didn't have a problem with, the penalties? Maybe the handball?
I have to relook at them, to be honest. The handball, I don't know. I think it's a bit of a deflection. I don't know where it's hit him on the arm. So yeah, I can't comment right now.
Let's talk about the Huda as well, because in that moment, we were told that at halftime there was a little bit of a scuffle going on. I'm not too sure because I didn't personally see it in the tunnel. How much of that then, and the incident that leads to the red card, how much of that is mental and just not keeping his calm?
Yeah, look, it's tough when a month ago we were hard done by the officials and the MTN8. You really work hard. You work hard at training to come to matches, and then you concede a goal just like that before halftime. Obviously, the emotions run high, but it's important that you don't allow the emotions to get the better of you. You've got to use the emotions and that anger to just make you play in a different way without losing your control. So, I still felt that we had a big chance in the game coming into second half, but unfortunately, the 3 penalties just was, I think, besides the first 10 minutes, I don't think they really had a shot on target besides the penalties.
You've got the tough job of going to the dressing room now. What do you think you're going to say?
Yeah, it's not easy. The players tried their best. Even down at 10 men, I thought we looked less like conceding when we had 10 men than when we had 11. So everybody gave their best. They gave everything that they could. Sometimes you don't have everything in your control. So we have to just get ourselves up. We've got a game on Friday away to Arrows. So, you can't mope on these things. We have to get over it quickly and start preparing for Friday.
All the best, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Steve Bark.
Kenneth.
Hey baba.
Kunjani baba?
Ninjani?
Ngiyaphila baba. Ujabulile ke namhlanje uwinile.
Hayi baba, hayi sijabule. Hayi namhlanje ngijabule kakhulu.
Yeah.
Ngijabule kakhulu mara hey bathi siwina ngama-penalty. Yeah.
Hayi. Kanti abantu abalazi ibhola. Ake ngibuze ke.
Hayi abalazi
penalty.
I-part game is a part of the
yazi ukuthi exactly i-penalty, i-free kick are all dead balls situations la ukuthi vele you are awarded if there is a foul committed, and mawubheka wonke lama penalty lawo there was ama-fouls committed, so they had to give them, because if uCaleb had to miss those penalties bebezokhala futhi wara hey banikeza ama-penalty penalty is part of the game. Uma ulazi ibhola uyazi ukuthi kune free kick, kune corner, kune penalty, so it's part of the game.
Yeah, it's a part of the game. Red card now is a part of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now so Monday
issue ke baba. Yeah, besides indaba penalty baba, i-team yakho uyibona idlala njani vandag?
Hayi team yami yona beyidlala ngcono kakhulu. Mina kuya ngami ngibona ngathi uzwani neskimi bamsetela nje lapha nalapha baba babulawe. Angiboni
usetela ubani.
Wabona nabo sayazi kula maclub nje. Wabonela ukuthi hayi ngeke abona abuyisana nalamakhetha bokune nabodo bamzama nyana mara hayi asiyeke leyo. Thina sifuna yona iwini.
Kodwa ujabulile ngendlela idlale ngayo namhlanje.
Ngijabule kakhulu. Bedlala kamnandi. Beke last nje bedlala ngakho. Yithi sizwe abanye ukuthi okay, thank you. Bye.
Sure.
Who do you have here? Who's Valelari ekhaya manje?
Wakwanja man.
Ziyasha.
Hola. Nix ngirelaxile nje. Wakwana.
So great man.
Sure. Aire. I just want to comment on the game, right? I just think, the team played well. You can't complain much. But I still say, Njabulo Blom is not a natural central midfielder. Sam Kelozwani came in for 2 minutes. Did you see his turns? Control of the ball, scanning of the field. That's what you need in a central defensive midfielder, Sam Kelozwani. Yusuf Mat is too comfortable. I think he's Let's the joke, Yusuf Mat, but I think he's good. You give him credit. Okay, Kiden Dolly played well. Caleb, yeah, the team functioned, but fit. You gotta give credit where it's due. Atazwani knew what to do. The team was pressing together, coordinated pressing, counter pressing. Ama chances were there. Ashley to Pre just needs to score. Meles Rengevar. Ashley to Pre just score on Jayami. Put the ball in the back of the net. You have 4 or 5 goals every game. So yeah, Badlala Grena Machita. This is what we want to see. A team that plays 90 minutes. Even akhona ama mistake marmele badlale babonise ukuthi bayawa create ama chance ukudlula le team ezobakora. So that's impressive. Yeah, so yeah. Chiefs idlalile. Amangamabe Atazwani, yeah, did his homework this time. At least that far.
Yeah, but then question is it the question of Mhlampe he caused that goal?
My guy, listen, you can't turn as a central defensive midfielder. You have a problem. You can't turn. You have a problem. Pega le bola bampasa kanjani. The way ubampasa ngakhona uDove, mela idlale kukhune one touch, right? Because he's got 2 people behind him. If we are scanner, uzobona ukuthi there's 2 people behind him. Is that we dlala kukhune one or we dlala ku reinforce le phambili? One touch. Yeah. If you're a smart player, uyazi ukuthi uzoyidlala kuphi ngetouch yokuqala engakafiki, uyazi ukuthi ubani uva ungabhekanga touch left and right. So akekho mnandi unjabulo Blom. Uyamaka hayi insimbi. Yeah,
but defensively he's doing good. Yeah. Because he entered a shot ngayo la midfield.
But now here's the problem. You have insimbi emakayo. But now we're talking about counter pressing. Maqeda ukuwina ibhola, can we play quicker? Uzokhona ukuthi athatha abantu abayi4. No, one touch. Siyokora.
That's why you need an attacking midfielder again. Because what is a midfielder is to make sure that he kills those moves.
Yes, but a central defensive midfield has to be a number 10 yakho still.
But then Ulokuzana was he able to do that? Ulokuzana, who's this guy?
Katsando, okay, Peg. Ukatsande was not there. That's why Beganul Twelenyana ngithi. Ulthwelenyana was box to box. Yes, but Peg, unengomashi Begaisha ayiwanda idi. Do you understand the difference?
I don't. But
no, unengomashi. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Mabati umuntu shy 6. He could turn, he could play, he could defend. That's his 6.
Yeah, and then Nguzo compared to Yusuf Mat, and Mina personally Yusuf Mat today, I think he played well in terms of the.
No, he plays well. I mean, I just think that relax cool. There are certain things Mela zenzeng is cut. Beg in modern football ayisafani nekutoqala nje yami. Mele ube fast. That's why my pockets were space amancane. So mele dlala ama-touch are fast. Quick in between.
Sure.
So mawuzo trap ufuna uphakamisa ikhanda, slow it down. But mawuphakamisa ikhanda before ibhola lifika, uzolidlala same time alifika enyaweni. That's quick.
Yeah.
Ovia ubani uzomaka mawudlala nge-1. Ubani umaka i-team edlala nge-1. Ubheka uThembazwane wenzani? uThembazwane uye spacing. Mara uyazi uzolidlala kuphi before lifika. Makalithinta i-team yenu yonke sehambe naye. Yena uyalithinta nje. 5 players balandela uThembazwane. Bayakora Sundowns. That's what they do. So nina amaplayer wenu. No, bafuna ukuyibamba, yabo. Bayayimunya. Ungayimunyi dayide ngifuna ukuwina bafetala ningawini Knicks neCup wana singayimunyi. Asirelease score, score. Ukuyibona yenzani Manchester City?
Yeah.
Abayimunyi. Bayayirelease. Oyimunyayo. Yeah, mar oyimunyayo uyimunya ukuthi beze bazoyirelease. Bayadonsa overload. Bheka iChiefs 3-1. 10 Stellenbosch idlala ngabantu bayi9 and khona ukuba pressure. No overload one side nyokora. Come on, there's a yabona ezinye izinto uncalculate. Njenge game yamaZulu leya league game badlala not. Usikhakhani utholi yellow card first 5 minutes and overload kulo muntu yellow card. Njayam ngicela wenza into one ubhekelele Man City mayidlala ukuthi bayenzana umuntu otholi yellow card or isayiteli weak. They always overload. That's how they win the games. Nge overload overside. Pep Guardiola is not a genius. He understands in mathematics. More numbers on one side will create what? Advantage.
That's
it.
Then what do you
Sure,
make of the
Jaya.
penalties? What do you make of
Clear
the
card,
penalties?
clear card penalties. It has to be 4 or 5 penalties if you look at the game. But I like that Caleb is composed. Caleb is
So
very
you don't mind
composed.
being called penalty FC?
What's penalty FC? No, how do the penalties come? Mamela sibheke leli game afika kanjani ama-penalty awaya-create-wa lama-chance or bayikhabele phambili ibhola or balidlalile
Exactly, that's what they
ama-touch.
do.
Yes, so uyabona manje singathi the difference ye-Chiefs manje neyaka-Stuart Baxter neyaka-Middendorp neyaka-Steve Kompela ukuthi i-team iyenza ama-touch mabafika phambili bayamesa then bathola ama-penalty ngenye i-chance. That's good enough. That's what you want from a team. I-Real Madrid ingadlala i-Real Madrid izodlala 85 minutes baloku baphasana amasimba amabhola aphuma, sorry for my French. Mari kunalaba bazolithi 1-2 1-2 goal. Do you understand? So they need to play sharp balls, play sharp, quick passes. I guess bazokhula ezinye izinto kumele bagayi chance abatazwana. Umdala kangaka makumele akhule. Makumdala sazi.
And then what needs to happen going to Prince? Because I mean, these chances are what's all I mean.
Yes, about to pre. Mele ba spend about 3 hours after a training session. Bamenzi target. He just needs to do target practice. His confidence will come back. His speed is corner, positioning a corner. It's just good to shy target. That's good. Snini now plays. We are shy. Snini now plays. Mela to look at shy and plays. A shy. Uzoba right. Yena ufuna ukuplays abe slim ayo celebrate ekhoneni simbona. Shy ingene netin so celebrate amasosha. You know, some things are just basics, man.
Don't you think it's time we get a striker coach just like Manchester United?
I mean, it's basics. Like I'm saying, some things are just fundamentals. You get a goalkeeper coach, you get a midfielder coach, you get a defensive coach, you get a strikers coach, then you get an all-round coach, like Atazwan again. Then you have a video analysis coach, then you have a in-game match analysis coach. Uyangithola umuntu ozotshela uAtazwan ukuthi bheka labantu laba bayithu basemaphakathini usithebe akadlali masimkhipha sifaka lo wayesimfaka because kuzoba ne-advantage so lo uyasibula. Things like that, those are within 10 minutes. Game you have to read the game. First 10 minutes, you could see with the Chiefs in energy, it had drive. Against Swallows, first 10 minutes, as with the Chiefs and Mariko Reed.
Yeah. And then I heard rumors Uguti they want to bring in Collison Pesoma as the strikers coach. I don't know how true is that.
He's the best.
It's just rumors.
Who's the best striker in Africa besides Collins Mbezuma? Shalulile is not the best striker. We need to understand Shalulile is not the best striker. He's got people that will pull the ball in the position that he needs to be. Simple as that.
Yeah, but I get Naguchi to Prince, they do give him the ball. It's just that he's not clinical enough.
Do you understand the difference, man? To pre we are figure la pamar nje we are miss. Ungakhohle ukuthi Stellenbosch makamisa ama chances, so it's not a problem. Good Chiefs manje niyokokotela olead lakhe ukuthi yabona ingcosi yakho useless why besimsign yabona ukuthi ingcosi iphila kabuhlungu kanjani. That's the difference, the pressure.
Yeah, but then overall, can we say we are seeing like at the end of the tunnel?
If he stays on the same path, we kind of like Natal Sevenzi lo.
Pressure from you guys.
Yabona mele yenze angaphaphi. Yeah, thina ama supporters sonke sazi diski. Sonke sinama opinion. But when uzothatha wonke lama opinion wethu, then you come up with the best 11 from our opinion wethu, because most of the time siyafana thina ama supporter, we agree on the same things. Do you understand? So angaphaphi uAtazwan ngesilungu sakhe esiphukile. Amamele thina simamelene sikhulumisane so ba right.
Singena phi isilungu ekocoacheni? Singena phi isilungu ekocoacheni? Angithi ngikhale futhi nje Steve Kompela bekaconfuse labadlala especially bomachoho bebeka-understand.
Yazi Steve Kompela wenzani? uSteve Kompela ufunda i-dictionary. So bekangakhuluma into is right. Bekafunda i-dictionary, so bekangakhulumi naye bekabheda nje. Uyabo.
Ngiyaba-confuse.
U-Atamele nje aringe grand yabo ukuthi amani yazini amajita ayadlala yabo siyaringa namajita ukuthi mele express first 10 uyayeke lento esilungu yazi coincidental yita abantu besilungu bangadlala ibhola
Awuvula
siyasifunda
i-camera Bram, ama-viewers wami bafuna ukubona kahle. Bafuna
Why,
ukubona
man?
bayayithanda lento oyishoyo. Bafuna ukubona kahle. Awuvula i-camera lapho.
Hey guys, what's up?
Nazo-ke yes I.
What's up? Yeah man,
Yes I.
Rastafari.
Kambe uthe ukuphi endawo yes I?
Angisejozi nje I am CBD in town.
Wona Brian kane.
Yeah man.
And
I say support.
M10 yeah, now MTN.
Yes, like I'm saying,
Corner.
Atazwani has to have an alternative scheme angithi because udlalile namazulu first game uyibonile ukuthi okay laba bafuna ukungatheka from the sides. Okay, cool. Senzani we have an alternative plan. If angidlali ngomati ngizodlala ngosabelo Khadebe. If angidlali ngoBlom ngizodlala ngoSamkelo Zwane. If angidlali ngoDoli ngizodlala ngo Shabalala. Uyabo? Or uDuba. Letha le ntwana lezi zizodlala. Le ntwana lezi zine energy mfethu izwenza something. Abo Shabalala bo Mfundo Vilakazi. Mina ngifuna balethe uMfundo Vilakazi. Ngiyakutshela. Let them bring Mfundo Vilakazi. I tell you, you'll sonke sawathenga amajezi e-stadium for Mfundo Vilakazi. We need that kind of player, a character that has all the traits. Uyangithola uyalibamba
ukuthi bakhala ukuthi abafundo Vilakazi bagibela ibhola babamba ibhola ngamadolo and yena akayifuni lento le this is more than football this and that.
Oh, let's think about this. Anthony we-Manchester United unokuspina ngebhola ngithi. Nithini nina yo is a star ubakhokhele 100 million. Uskara ngube sebekenza riding mara makajika uyaphasa siyakora umilindopho wamhambisi. So do you understand ukuthi isilungu thina abantu bamnyama mele sisiyeke masikhuluma thina. Mele sikhethe ukuthi hayi man ubani bani ngade yena uright ingcondweni ukuthi akhulume mina njengabo uJamani yabona isilungu sami si right. So ningabiza mina.
Oh right ungaphumi lapho uthi sizubanele ukuthi uthini ungaphumi le. Banele.
Man.
Sinekudala mntanami khambani.
Hello. Kuphela manje usaphokotha.
Ni grand. Izolo uhlulele ukudla abantu abawu10 wena.
Petire jabe petire mana. Otherwise congratulations to Inkosi mfowethu ngiyayivuma ukuba consistent mara first penalty.
Yakhalisa first penalty. Ayishaye network lapho lokhuzana. Alright, let's singikubuyisa oba ngathi nangobanele lawo uyabhayiziseka lo.
Sure, yeah man. I network nje yami. Yeah, amare mele siringe nivar yabo. I-Chiefs win 3 games in a row in the league. That's an improvement. That's a huge improvement. Position number 4, that's a huge improvement from a team that wasn't doing well from the past 2-3 games. So I mean, Atazwan is doing something, bafethu. Yabo omunye umuntu na umalatho okhuluma ngwabiyanali. We don't have a player like that.
Yes.
Yeah, Uskota is similar to Abiyanali. We had players like Abotabang Lebesi. That's your Abolisako. Not that indaba yabona like at times in management thinks they have solutions. You had players like Abu Kiven Tibet, Uyoguswalos. That's a very good player. Waya Hambil. You had Khotso Malope, you had Mpokumalo, you had Baba Ushopani. There's Shopani. You had good players.
Yes.
Yeah, you had good players coming. Tristan Moses, a left-footed centre back, Bamting Seli Sundowns. But we know agenda is Sundowns. Vele maitenga ma player good Chiefs is because abafuni, Chiefs to progress in a certain way. And Sundowns has to do money laundering because Malia work say so that's another long story. But ipolitiki yabola, that's how it is. Pega uyiRasmus ufuna ukuza ku Chiefs. Sundowns imisa ku Pirates. Do you understand? It's just politics. We understand the politics. But here's one thing Atazwan needs to do. Stay away from the politics. Select the best players. Ungadlalisa uSithebe because uSithebe right kwaMazulu. No, Sithebe is not a good player. He's an average player. We will need him within certain games. Kunama-game azayo against Abo Skukune United. Angadlala. Not against
and I heard you mention this young boy Ulokuzana Samgelo Zwane, and I must agree with
Baba.
you. I was also impressed with him. Even when the first
boy?
game that he was given a chance, Gumakufe, that boy, you
haven't seen the boy. You should have watched the boy from MTC. He controls the game, the pace of the game. No mangena manje, the game started playing according to Uti and udlala kanjani. Uyayiphakamisa, uyayehlisa, udlala short, udlala long. He doesn't lose the ball. No, my loser, it's a foul. Do you understand? So he has the right technique. He has the tactical acumen. So what do you want? The player like Njabulo Plomi roadblock.
I'm a bit surprised with Atazwana because when he took over, he promised us he's gonna be the one giving these guys a chance, the young guys. Because the previous coaches they never gave these youngsters. But now, I mean, I don't know.
He is. Atazwane into emele yenzile ukuhambisa uPhathu no Cole Alexander when the season started. A promoter le ntwana lezi on full-time contracts. Do you understand? Get a striker and get a few defenders like Solomons. That was a good move. Solomons was a good move. Solomons Frost in a competition. So you have two players that can play that role. Utlanti not Dove can play that role ngada. Ukwinika sekane challenge because ukompita nongezana nongco. Yabo, but now sen depend on Dove. So Dove magalimali defense zwenzakalani. So you need a left-footed center back foot.
All right, let me just bring in the score. When we come back, ngifuna ukuthi look at Ulokuzana Sifiso Nhlathi because we haven't been talking about Sifiso Nhlathi, and I must say that guy. All right, Scotch never died by mistake. Scotch.
Eba.
Fede. Come on.
Moja kanjani?
Izwe ibhekele le game.
Yo bengayibukelanga tu namhlanje. Bendibusy kanjani?
Uzwa ngenzwa bese ukuthi ikhosi liwinile.
Ya kumncane nami ndikhangele highlights ngoku. Ndiva ukuthi winning. Ngisho ukuthi ke ibidlala into right ke namhlanje.
No, they scored 3 goals on penalties.
Penalties, yo.
Yeah, hat-trick. First time we have a player having a hat-trick yama penalties. But success hat-trick
Patrick.
Yeah. All right, this coach. I will check out highlights and then this is a con. Yeah.
Okay, akon.
Yeah, ungaphumi kodwa we check out my highlights because I mean it's gonna be difficult for you to comment ungabonanga ukuthi kuyenzakaleni yabona.
Okay.
Or ufunde laba comment bazokujela ukuyenzakaleni.
Smash. Noma bathi Chiefs scoring ama penalty mfethu iPirates idliwe sa celebrate nano.
Ungayisusi ke le, awungayisusi le. Okay, lo.
Yeah, Maridli. Oh yeah, Utlanti.
Okay.
Look, yeah. I just think Utlanti is not a quality left back. Look at how he plays. He doesn't play the balls inside, he plays them down the line all the time. Always a long ball, magai yabo. So he's not giving you what a natural left wing would. Like, let me give you an example. Ulaile K. Have you seen what Laile K does? Terence Mashego. Untianti. Have you seen Untianti Guskukuni? Untianti is just unlucky. But Usiposaki was supposed to stay. Bamkai chance gain his fitness. Bozo Bonoguchi, that boy he's talented in his quality because of what he's able to do. He adds numbers when it's necessary. He defends when it's necessary. Do you understand? You don't need a player that's defending when we need to attack.
Mara, don't you think maybe it's the approach that Atazone uses, especially because he also has Usekota on the left. So maybe that's why I'm I'm making those runs. Rather focus on
Yeah,
defensive.
because if you look at how they shaped up in a 4-4-2, but when the game is in progress, they play a 3-5-2. Reef Rosler joins up, then Utu Priest tucks inside. Yeah, boy, they become like a double 9 Utu Priest no Caleb. Then Reef uyangale esayideni uMat no Dolly bahlala so then kuba uSchotha. You see, so it becomes a 3-5-2, but it becomes a bit lopsided. Uyangithola, because that hole on the left hand side la asuka khona uReef Rosler, if you have a smart team, we can play it there and play it back side in like Atlantic, because Atlantic always sleeps now. Uyalala uTlanti unokuhamba angamela hambe. So there's just weaknesses in that type of formation. So Atazwani needs to understand within the game he needs to change it. It becomes a 2-5-1, 2-3-5 within the game, within Maspeti bowlers lokudlala. I mean, these things are just tactical aspects of the game as it continues in Jayam.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of arguments between who should Atazona give a chance between Uri Flosla as well as the Solomons. So when I personally, who would you prefer and why?
I'd say mina ngaba change every game, like within the game. First half ngidlala uReef, second half ngidlala uSolomons, right? In that way, oyi-one akakhathali kakhulu doing the double job, so I'm always giving them a break. And remember, this season is congested, so you'll need every player to play every game. So ngeke ngibadlalise ama 90 minutes labo by 2, ngabadlalisa ama 45 every game, 45, just to keep the balance on the right. Now the problem is on the left. What happens when Clanty goes out? Dove moves to the left, then what happens to a left-centered foot, a left-footed center back? It's a problem.
Yeah. And then what do you make of Caleb? Is he slowly finding his feet, or is it too early to get excited?
Look, what we need to do is give him the opportunity. I don't think he's the most dangerous and lethal striker, but he will get those chances to score, and if he scores them, then yeah, it's good. Against Swallows, he should have scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
But what happened?
And then asazi ukuthi kenzekani nangu lokhuzana ufree madoda ukokota peyani bayakhala abantu bathi no, let's bring him back for a backup in case Caleb gets injured.
No, that's a useless striker. That guy is useless.
How can you say that?
Caleb
the guy
is
was
better.
scored for you, guy. Yeah,
but Caleb is better.
Better how?
Did you see the penalty? Le penalty ayenzile. No. Did you see le penalty le bamfawulile? The movement of the ball makayithola, he still turned bekafuna ukushuta ngo-right because uleft wakhe ufile. But that uyayenza uNokovic Diding.
But bamfunela ukuthi at least abe backup, because what if he gets injured to Caleb?
Yeah.
Who are we going to rely on?
Ukhona uDuba, uwandile Duba lentwana le edlala ku-MDC, mabadlalise yona. Mabayicale manje sana 18 years. Ndoda yazini, Africa is still going to have a problem when you're signing players that are age 28 and saying they're going to solve your problems. At the age of 28, that player is supposed to be going close to retirement. 18 years, 16 years. 18 years, 16 years. 18 years, 16 years. Pheka uSabelo Khadebe usahlele ebenchini at 24, 25. uNkosingphile Ngcobo 24, 25. They're not even regulars. uPedri udlalela iSpain neBarcelona, he's 18 angithi.
Yeah.
Uyacaba ukuthi mabayenza i-team sheet yeSpain bacala ngegama lakhe, mabayenza i-team sheet yeBarcelona bacala ngegama lakhe. Because he's the core of the team. That's the reality. So wasingathatha umfundo Vilakazi masicala i-lineup ye-Chiefs sicale ngomfundo Vilakazi, then sifakele inkomo lezi ezinye zonke.
Yeah, ne.
Yeah, sithi Wandile Duba number 9, double 10 umfundo Vilakazi, Nhlanhla Shabalala. zonke le nkomo lezi sibeka le imani le so yenza upikipiki mabelani sobona kapani uzoba right sobona sifaka abantu baba kapani ungezani uzobakapa bonke, that's for sure though.
Alright, nguzwa kahle la ngulokho uZublade le yakuvumela ukuthi hayi uSabiri can't use his leg. And a Blade nomzwa bandinga la bafuna ukunibona live wabathi hayi
Blade
kuma
ngena
comment busy
mfethu.
impela.
Ngena Blade.
Bathi ubhizi uBlade lapha kuma comment mara akafuni ukungena la. Nayi link Blade.
Smash mina
Ngoba ngathi
ngithi
uyishukulisile.
bhali email ubhalele
Yeah.
uAtazwani or simfonele simtshele ukuthi sicela nje afaka umfundo Vilakazi noNhlanhla Shabalala as his starting lineup why no Samkelo Zwane yabona
Angeke azayifunde lo email lo hayi.
But
you know
you
what I
realize
wanted to do ne?
Yeah.
What I wanted to try out on this channel, I wanted to because once sent an email through to EPR Chiefs. Who's this guy? Yeah, I asked them Uguti, if we can get my interviews with the players. I mean, it's not gonna be anything like a professional because we just want to get to know these players. So it was that time of COVID.
When we are emagamini sininini wenza ama-interview nabantu e-stadium kanjalo?
No, I haven't started, but I wanted to do that. The thing is now I still have to get a cameraman.
I don't yeah, listen, let me get your numbers somehow, then hit me up, we can chat because
let me
do
send
the
it
same
on,
thing
just
basically.
check on the private chat, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it on the private chat and then we work out something.
Yeah, then singathatha uBlade kube host yethu, yabo? Sesiphelele. Ama-camera
Uyasaba
khona,
uBlade, nangu uyasaba ukungena manje ulo Blade mos.
And nakhona singayenza ne-podcast during the week, like preview ama-weekend games before azodlala. I think we can have a conversation around that. Yeah,
that's a good idea. We'll try.
Yes, Mesh, let's expand lento le mfethu, because we can go live angithi babhekelela ama-game so but sise-stadium outside or anywhere. Uyangithola into ezinjalo.
Yes. And lapho there's no way ukuthi bangasiblocker futhi because I mean it's gonna be our own content, you understand? Because man, the chances are anytime they can block us because we're using their content in terms of streaming these live games. So let me work out something and then sizobona ukuthi yenza kanjani. It's gonna be
sure. Hayi seyaspana ungawari seyaspana nje yami sesibonile so employ abanye abantwana ungakhohle ukuthi unemployment is a problem in South Africa, so mele sigaya abanye abantwana iSpan Smash.
Yes iqiniso leqiniso and futhi abona ukusipana ngento eyithandayo it's easy.
Yeah, angithi bheka Smash, we all have different skills, so let's just expand into soyiqalile siyenze behoti sifaka nje amanye ama-skills abo-cameraman ama-interview ama-in you know, that's it.
Yes hayi leyo mina ngiyayivumela bra mina vele nje ilokhuzana i-HL Sport Channel is all about giving opportunity to abantu emakasi. I mean you are not professionals. Angisu Robert Marawa. I mean we trying to grow this channel. That's why advise abantu ukuthi please do subscribe.
Asiyenze ke siyam-challenge ke uRobert Marawa and all of them. Let's do that and let's challenge them. Why not? We're not scared of them. We coming for them. Jaya Melubachel every time with that we coming. They should watch out. We here. We're about to do this, man.
uBlade uyakhomenta la kafuna ukungena. Blade kanti usebenzisa imobhiseli na. Ayina front camera. Yayidlalela lapho Blade. Alright, athi sivale iside.
Okay. Sure Smash. Yeah man. Rastafari Jaya.
Yeah, utholile boss inamba yami ku private chat ne.
Yeah, ngikushayile nge-WhatsApp.
Alright, sharp.
Sengikuthintile, ngimele wena nje yami.
Othi ngiyicheck la kulokhuza wami. 9 ngiyayithola.
Sure. Hola Smash.
Itsara.
So rapper ke. Sure. Rastafari.
Danko. Alright, makhosi ngithi makhosi because vele la kugcwele amakhosi, even though ekhona amabhakabhaka ekhona amasandawana, i-channel le eyawonke ama-team sibonge Please make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Kumahala ha. I'll keep it mahala ha. Best press that notification button. Ezwenza show good every time when you go live, you get the notification. Skosh, sasekhona la. Skosh. 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 Okay, you can also find us on Facebook at EHL Sport Channel. Make sure you also like, follow, and share that page because ilana khona updates akhona content, the news happening around. Skosh. Vuli mic, papa.
Ngizwakala lapha.
Kahle kakhulu papa.
Hayi ngiqeda ukubukela i-highlights ngibona amagoli. Hey. I-first penalty iyadedisa.
Njani papa.
Kalo ngiva abantu but manje ngibona mina engathi engathi li-penalty straight because isandla sikaSelebhu sibanjiwe kwela cala. Iwe naye so la muntu akabamba ngabhola ule nomuntu so li-penalty na icacile. Qha ke understand ya icacile clear because I understand abantu bathi ayilo penalty njani because umbanji
bathi ngoba bathi ushelelelile mos bekushilelela.
Iplayer ngokweStellenbosch wayingaqondane nebhola kuyibamba umuntu. Ebona ke iplayer yaStellenbosch ayithathanga bhola ithathe umuntu so li-penalty icacile. Hayi ke elesibili.
Alright. Esibili.
Hayi esibini icacile imbambile ubambe ihand isandla sisemoyeni asikho kwiposition so i-penalty ne iclear. Akho lidinga ukudiscuss and ureferee andimblame mina athatha le team eyi-1 wapenalty ayi-3.
Yeah, if kuyi-penalty ukuthi mayingaki doesn't matter.
Uthadile xa ulilo funeka lijaji. Noma mangaphi uba li-penalty ugqikiwe. Penalty referee. Siyabona ngoku i-Chiefs ko-Facebook kuthiwa yi-benefit team sithiwa sibenefitha ngo-referee. Kanti ngefana masithini xa kuli-penalty kuthiwani iyajajwa mos i-penalty. Yabo.
All right. So i-winner today cabanga ukuthi izoyiboosta i-Chiefs.
Njo
ngithi le winner today
penalty
cabanga ukuthi izoyiboosta confidence.
Ya izoyiboost. And the Chiefs ndithe ndisafika nje ndisabukela i-highlights imizuzu seyi-4 seyiyeke amagoli more than 2 and i-Chiefs iyabonakala le game idlalile ibi-attacker nangona uqala kwakora ngakulo nje but i-Chiefs ibonakala uba iyalifuna igoli even ngoku seyityiwa ngo-1 seyiwina akangiyeke ukwatheka aqhubeka atheka and iwine namhlanje iyayiboost i-Chiefs ibuyisa nomdla kwi-fans zayo so kuthi siyi-Chiefs ya siyachazeka yiloo nto simandelo.
All right. Scotch never die by mistake. Ngibonge bhuti wami ne. Hope ukuthi next time i-team yakhe izoqhubeka la igcine khona.
Hayi sifuna nto kakade. Ya soqhubeka mastembi ikhona igame edlala la ngolwesibini okanye ngolwesithathu.
Let me quickly check for you. What are the next league games? All right. So the next league games, when is it? The 14th.
14
We have
October.
Orlando Pirates, Amazulu. Yeah. We have Orlando
14 night.
Pirates, Amazulu, Golden Arrows, Stellenbosch, which is Saturday. I'm not sure midweek. Midweek, I think there's no. I still need to check, but according to this Lokuzan fixture,
Yeah, so
it's
dlala
Premier.
Saturday.
I don't think there's a. So your next game is against Chippa United on Saturday, the 15th, at 5:30.
Hey, Master.
Okay, let's look at the table in the meantime. Sundowns still at the number one position, if we know about participate. So you win any today, just puts you above Orlando Pirates. Fun. So number 14 is number 4. Nyazamanyana fun. 3 wins in a row.
Hayi phofu ne super sport ayishiyanga siyalingana ngepoints so waniqhalabi qha ndithandazela i-Sundowns ne-Richards Bay zingawini ngeke.
I just like what Kevin Hunt is doing ku SuperSport. Uyayibona ukuthi uyibuyisela back to ku-league race manje SuperSport to Kevin Hunt.
Yazi ba unyanisile.
And namxosha lena ngithi.
Kona bona Sake sinikeze ne-chance le-ke plus.
Yeah. Ahora tiskoshi othi sivale phaya kane.
Okay.
Othi sivale. Okay guys, emakhaya le konke ama-province ngeke ngwabale wonke nanga le phesheya kwey'lwandle ngaphandle kwe-Afrika, ngaphandle kwe-South Africa, yonke indawo i-Sport Channel ikhona. Cela ukuthi ni-supporte, ni-subscribe to our page ku-Facebook, isifollowishe, ni-like our page and do everything le kumele yenziwe ukuthi i-page likhule. And I just hope next time ngizothola uBlade benomzwa bangene ngayi nolokhuzana. There was uGavenda ngathi ama-predictions wakhe are very good. I remember he told us ukuthi he wanted more penalties and he did get some penalties. So those are the guys I also would like to see la ku-EHS Sport Channel. Bafethu ayixabananga, asibonane futhi next time, same time. Hayi, not same time, kodwa dependa ngegame ukuthi nini, but khona la ku-EHS Sport Channel. Smash likhoki la, sibonge.